From pre-match scheduling issues to mental health challenges, many obstacles stood in the way of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. But now, the two have finally settled their differences, setting the stage for a mega fight on April 22nd. Now all that's left to decide is how big this fight really is.
So how excited are you to be fighting as the main event on ESPN?
I'm so excited, man. This is just a blessing come true. Thank God I'm the main event. I did this in a year, and this is the beginning. You know, it's the beginning, chapter uno.
Is it a legitimate super fight worthy of being remembered for years to come? Or will it be forgotten in the annals of boxing history? No matter how you look at it, Davis-Garcia is a huge fight. Both fighters are under 30 years old and they have built up significant followings, not just among boxing fans, but also outside of the sport. Even Jake Paul, who has been making waves recently, hasn't been able to draw the same kind of attention as these two. It's easy to see why this fight has gotten so much attention. After all, Davis and Garcia are both promoted by Hall of Fame fighters. Floyd Mayweather Jr. for Davis and Oscar De La Hoya for Garcia. While neither fighter has achieved the same level of popularity as their promoters, they still have a strong following and the potential to draw in a lot of viewers.
I see a lot of these fighters and, you know, they're all talking about A side, B side, C side, and whatever they want to talk about. It's like, that's not what boxing's about. That's not what it's going to be. That's why boxing's not where it should be.
But Davis-Garcia isn't just about money. It's also about redemption and second chances. Davis has had his fair share of run-ins with the law, but that hasn't deterred fans from embracing him. He's the kind of fighter that people can relate to and cheer for, which has made his fights even more exciting to watch. So when Davis and Garcia enter the ring on April 22nd, it won't just be a fight between two undefeated stars. It will also be a fight between two young fighters looking to make their mark on the sport. Win or lose, this is a fight that boxing fans won't soon forget. The only question now is who will come out on top. We'll have to wait and see. Devin Haney is breaking down the upcoming matchup between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. He believes it is a good fight with Tank having experience, being tested, and being proven, while Ryan comes in with the height, length, and speed to give him an edge. The safe bet would be Tank, but you cannot count Ryan out as well, said Haney. He continued to explain why he believes Garcia has a real chance of winning this fight. According to Haney, Ryan has speed, power, and isn't scared. He noted that although Tank has been able to come back with a knockout when facing tough opponents, it remains to be seen how he will deal with someone who can't be slept on. When talking about whether Haney would want to face the winner of this fight, he said, "Yeah, but it all starts with Loma, and once I'm victorious there, the winner we will look to face." So, if you're looking for an exciting fight to watch, this is definitely one to keep your eye on. Gervonta Davis has some interesting things to say about his upcoming fight with Ryan Garcia. According to Tank, the negotiations for the mega clash were a breeze, mainly since King Rai accepted all of the terms that were put forth from Davis's side without a second thought. At a post-fight press conference for his win over Hector Luis Garcia, Davis couldn't help but refer to Ryan as a baby clown and said that he should be working instead of talking. He then went on to say, "We just went like this," throwing his hands out, and he just agreed to everything. It's no secret that Garcia has been campaigning at 140 pounds for his last couple of fights, so it was surprising to hear him agreeing to come down in weight to 136 pounds in order for this fight to take place. Will he have the stamina and strength needed? Only time will tell. While Garcia may have been busy preparing for his upcoming fight, recently he shared a concerning tweet on social media that had many people wondering if this could affect the outcome of the fight.
When I said that Tank was knocked out of heavyweight.
Yeah, and I've knocked out so many people. How can he knock out a heavyweight, but he can't knock out Cruz? Come on now.
In his message, he wrote that desires don't really matter unless you're on the right path with God, and that even after you get what you want, it will leave you feeling empty. The 24-year-old boxer has previously struggled with his mental health, and this message could raise some questions about his current state of mind before such a big fight. However, Garcia is no stranger to overcoming these issues, and he will look to do the same when he goes head-to-head with Gervonta Davis. So with all that said, who's winning? We are inching closer to what is sure to be a very interesting fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. But with the opening odds, it looks like Tank has a clear advantage. Davis boasts an impressive record of 28 fights, all of which he won, 26 of them being knockouts. His power is unparalleled, and he has already fought this year, competing in January against Hector Luis Garcia. On the other hand, Garcia will have completed only 6 rounds in 12 months before stepping into the ring on April 17th. That being said, his last fight was an impressive demolition job against Javier Fortuna back in July 2020. Ryan is also undefeated and has 19 stoppages in his 23 fights.
Second round knockout, calling it right here. Man, I'm gonna sit up straight because I need Tank to know. I don't want him to see
What's
me
his
slouch.
name again? Tell me his name.
You can call him whatever you want.
His speed will surely be a great asset against Davis, but it looks like the odds are still in favor of the weight and power advantage over Garcia's speed. William Hill has Gervonta Davis as 1-3 minus 300 favorite, whereas Garcia has been installed as the 5-2 plus 250 underdog despite being the bigger and faster man. Others weighed in on the fight as well. Legendary boxer Julio Cesar Chavez has made a bold prediction for the highly anticipated fight. When asked who he thought would come out on top, Chavez told ES News that King Rai will be taking the win with his superior size and power. Despite Davis's reputation as one of the hardest hitters in the sport, Chavez believes that Garcia will be able to use his size and power to overwhelm Tank. Chavez said, "It's a great fight, and I'm leaning towards Garcia because he's bigger and he hits harder." It will be interesting to see if Chavez's prediction pans out or not. But one thing is certain, this fight is sure to be an epic showdown between two of the best fighters in the lightweight division. Davis and Garcia have both proven themselves as fierce competitors, and it will no doubt be a thrilling match to watch.
Yeah, and I had a vision. I'm telling you this right now. I have a vision. I might sleep him with the first punch I throw in the fight. I think I'm going to run up to him and hit him with the overhand. He might be slept.
So the CompuBox after the fight's going to say
1-0.
So, who's likely to come out on top? Ryan Garcia has a few strengths. His hand speed is elite, punch variety is quite good, decent power in both hands as a result. He's also very aggressive and can counterpunch well, but he also has a few weaknesses. He's open to counters if pressured consistently, which could be exploited. His chin can be exposed when he keeps it in the air and backs up in a straight line. His defense is not great, and he relies on his offense as a form of defense, which could be exposed by an experienced puncher. As for Davis, he's a very polished boxer with underrated defensive skills. His punch variety is good, combined with punching power that's arguably the best in the division. His downfall could come from trouble outside of the ring, although this hasn't affected his performances yet. If these two were to fight at their peak form, Gervonta Davis would likely come out on top due to his superior power and experience. However, Garcia's speed and punch variety could give him a chance. It's a toss-up, so no one really knows. Let's see who wins.